Hello crypto friends, we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. Fairly quick video as there's not a ton to update. The bottom line is everything right now is a daily bear flag. And at this point, in order for them not to be bear flags with confirmation and follow through to lower lows, it's up to the bulls to show us something and prove something and break the high of the current bounce tops. But there's no sign of that at this point. So we have clear tops being set, and if we pull back any further, we're looking back at our support level. For Bitcoin, it's 32.12, and here we are just less than $200 above that support level. So what it's going to look like when the bulls change the trend, if they do, is a higher low and then a bull break of 36.43. So at this point, that is our range. We've been within that range for 4 days. The bears have momentum at this point. I don't expect a straight drop to that support level because the 4-hour time frame has been consolidating the entire day. What was an indication to be looking for a bearish entry? I want to talk a couple things. That's one of them. Another thing I want to talk about is FOMO. And bulls, if you are feeling FOMO, just zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, because if you look at any of the longer term time frames, it makes you say, oh wow, this bounce is absolutely nothing. If you're looking on the 5-minute time frame and some huge green candlesticks show up, it might lead you to feel FOMO. Zoom out to the daily chart and could see that we are nowhere near changing any trends or anything longer term, and there's always going to be another opportunity that keeps you from over trading in the wrong direction. So we were looking for bearish entries at a certain point. I did the video yesterday and we were up, on this bull move at that point. We got a little bit more solid follow through after that video came out. And at that point, if you are not in a bullish position already, you're either not trading or you're looking bearish. So we were looking for a loss of either the 5-minute or the 15-minute uptrend to make a bearish entry. And why I like waiting for that to happen rather than just trying to scale into a short position is because you have no resistance to play off of. If you wait for the trend to be lost on the 5-minute time frame, you know you have a clear resistance level to be watching, and that's the top of the bounce at that point. So here we have our last bull push up, our pullback to form the higher low, inside bar, bear break, and at that point, you could make a bearish entry, and we saw significant follow through over the last couple days. Your bear entry would have been at 35.71. If you waited for the 15-minute time frame as your bear entry, you would be looking at 35.50. Either one, you are in a bearish position that has now followed through with pretty much every single 4-hour candlestick for the bears. We also had a significant volume climax up near the top to indicate that that top was set. Trading view is lagging for me, but there's that volume climax again, just increasing bull volume. The top candlestick was a bearish reversal, spinning top with a big upper wick showing profit taking and a volume climax. We had a 5-minute bull pump today. As we know, these 5-minute bull pumps by themselves don't mean anything. We gave it all right back the next 5-minute candlestick, and these bull pumps obviously have to last more than 5 minutes to do anything but affect the 5-minute time frame. So gave that right back, and that's what I was talking about, where if you see that happen, just zoom out because it will help you from rushing into a trade that just evaporates slow and steady after one 5-minute candlestick. So again, short term, what do the bulls have to do? Step number 1 is change the hourly trend. We have hourly exponential resistance, 4-hour exponential resistance, daily exponential resistance. Change the 4-hour trend. We'll be looking for the 4-hour time frame to tighten. I think best case scenario for the bulls into tonight, we set a low, we bounce, and then just set a lower high. That's the best case scenario for the bulls into tonight. That's what I'm anticipating to happen to a certain degree, but bears have control overall. Shorts. So it's worth watching for a short squeeze when the shorts are at all-time highs, but again, we cannot let our bias and what we want to happen affect our decisions as a trader. It can affect what we're looking at, whether I'm focused on the shorts or not. And I was watching to see, can these bulls squeeze these shorts when they were at the all-time highs? But as I pointed out in the video yesterday, as we start to consolidate and start to pull back, that pressure is being released from that soda bottle, and we don't have the potential for a short squeeze really at this point, unless there were significant news out of left field and it shocked everybody. But in terms of price action causing a short squeeze, when it's not a news-based event, it's not the scenario right now because shorts are not cocky. They're taking their profit, they're cooling off a little bit, and we want to see the bulls moving the price up while the shorts continue to increase, and the bulls just don't stop putting that pressure on. And obviously, we didn't see that. ETH is a bear flag on the daily time frame. We're looking down at support of 84 and 81.02. Same thing, wouldn't be surprised to see a 4-hour support established tonight and a bounce to set a lower high compared to 98.30 resistance. Also the same thing with the bearish entry on a loss of the 15-minute trend. We actually had a really nice double top, 98.30 and 98.24 on Coinbase. Could be a top fishing play with that level, and we pulled back significantly from it, well over 10% at this point. If you waited for a 15-minute trend change, and then you would have used your stop. So here's a good example. So you wait for the 15-minute trend change or the 5-minute, and then you use the top at that point as your stop level. So the bear entry would have been here at 94.99 and might have been faked out there, but you just set your stop loss and let it go, and it would not have triggered. And now you would be up from 94.99. You are up a solid 7+% with where we stand right in this moment. So again, using those stops and using resistance levels and letting them play out is important. Litecoin on the daily time frame, bear flag possibility, weak bounce attempt. Nobody touched exponential resistance on the daily 4-hour time frame. If we form a higher low, we'll look for a lower high compared to 26.62. That was a beautiful top fishing play. We didn't even break 26.70, rejected by 8 cents. And at this point, again, big time gains if you went bearish. So there's resistance levels that we can use as our stops when looking bearish. And it gets to a point where we say, all right, like I said earlier, the bulls are extended. If I'm not in this position, I missed this move and I do not want to be chasing, and let's look for a bearish entry instead. XRP, bear flag on the daily is a possibility. The low is down at 292. 4-hour chart, looking for a lower high to be set compared to 3295. Anything under that's the lower high. Support 30 cents, 29.4 and 29.2. Bears have complete control as we head into tonight, but we are looking for a 4-hour bounce and a lower high to be set, more likely than not, because we are a bit extended, having the bears in control over the last 6 4-hour candlesticks or so. So that's all we got. Bears in control, comfortable, you know the deal. So do good things. For the do good things, I've shared a couple times that my neighbor, mid-80s, upper 80s-year-old man, just a little cute old man who likes his donuts. But I was thinking about how significant the act of me getting him a donut is, because he is so excited every single day when I pass him by to thank me and to tell me about the donut, and how excited he is when he comes out and sees it, because I just leave it right outside his door. And I've probably done it maybe 6 or 7 times at this point, and it's probably cost me maybe $15 total. And I was thinking about how many hours. This is someone who, you know, is house ridden to a certain degree. He comes out and sits on the porch and watches things go by, and he's been doing this for a decade at this point. Doesn't really leave the house, doesn't drive. So he's sitting there not doing a whole lot. But I think that if I leave that donut, that probably has a significant impact on the next hour of his life. So literally for less than $2, you can make someone's day or hour significantly better. That's so easy. We should do that a lot. So I'm about to move on from my spot in Florida now. Moving back up north for a while, going to bounce around. Still playing out the potential of Puerto Rico for 2019. But I'll keep you all posted, and I hope you do good things as well. See you soon.